Hey BookTube, what's up? It's Tori, and I know it's a few days late, but I am coming to you guys with my BookTube-A-Thon wrap-up. And my hair is all over the place, so I'm going to be doing this a lot. But this year was a very, very successful year for me for BookTube-A-Thon. No, I did not complete the main challenge of reading 7 books in 7 days, but I did read more than I read last year. And last year I only managed to read 4 books, and this year I read 5. So that's an accomplishment for me, personally. So without further ado, I will share with you guys what I read. On day 1 of BookTube-A-Thon, I was able to actually complete 4 challenges in 2 books. The first book that I was able to complete got rid of 3 challenges in 1, and that was a book that was older than me, read a book to movie adaptation, then watch the movie adaptation, and then also a book that I can only read at night. And those 3 challenges went to A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. I finished this in pretty much one sitting. I had actually started it at like midnight on day 1 of BookTube-A-Thon, and I fell asleep somewhere around like 1 o'clock and decided to finish it at around 8:30 on day 2 because that was after the sun had set. So I finished that, and as soon as I finished that one, I dove straight into the book that added towards my 7th challenge of reading 7 books in 7 days, and that was Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. I read this in one sitting, and it took me about an hour and a half to read. It was a really great part 1, and I'm really interested to see where Sasha and Lindsay are going to take the rest of this series when it comes out. But it was really good, and I got 2 books done on one day, and that made me feel like a champion. Unfortunately, on day 2, I did not finish any books. I had started Soundless by Rochelle Mead, and did not finish it until day 3. But this book completed 2 challenges in 1, and that was the challenge to read a book with yellow on the cover, because I am counting the gold lettering and rim as yellow, because gold is kind of a shade of yellow. So I'm counting it, it counts. I don't care what you say, it counts. And then it also completed the 3rd challenge of books that I discovered through BookTube, because I had seen and heard a lot about this book via the many BookTube channels that I am constantly watching as I waste away in front of my computer screen. But I did really, really enjoy this book, and I highly recommend it. It was a great standalone, and yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. As soon as I finished reading Soundless, I decided that I would go ahead and take out another book from my list, and I finished Blackbird Volume 1 by Kanoko Sakurakoji. Sorry if I butchered that. A little bit after midnight on day 4. It took me about an hour to read, and I enjoy manga. I started reading this series a few years ago, and I'd finished all of it, and now I'm kind of doing like a slow reread, just whenever I want something quick and easy to read, I grab one of these. But the series is great. The art is just beautiful, like, beautiful. It's actually attributed to the 7th challenge to read 7 books, so that's what that went to. And finally, the last book that I was able to finish for BookTube-A-Thon is What We Saw by Erin Hartzler. This also went towards the 7th challenge, and I did not finish it until day 6 because day 5 was spent at work, and as soon as I got home, I had to babysit, and I was able to read at night, and so I stayed up till like 3 a.m. reading this, and then I finished it later on that day. But this book was really real. Like, it's got a rape trigger because it talks about a girl who was raped at a party, and how one girl in the community fights to make it known, while everyone else in the community basically tries to cover it up. And I really enjoyed this. It was a real eye-opener. Like, it was so realistic that, I don't know, it's hard to read at times. Sometimes it made me sick to my stomach to read it, but it was really, really good. So I highly recommend it. If you haven't checked it out already, please look into it. It's great. So in reading my 5 books, I was able to complete 1, 2, 3, all of the challenges except for number 4 and number 7. So that was to read a book by your favorite author. I had started it. I was reading A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, but I had only made it to about 27% through the book by the time BookTube-A-Thon ended, so that made me sad. But it's okay because I still had lots of fun doing it, and I was able to keep up with the Instagram challenges, and I did one of the video challenges. I can go ahead and leave a link to that below in the description. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was the, what was it? Book Slip-In Challenge. And I liked it. But yeah, so I think that this year was a very successful BookTube-A-Thon for me, and I certainly cannot wait to do it again next year. So thank you guys so much for watching. That's all I've got for this video. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys read and what you had plans to read for BookTube-A-Thon. And please press the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!